Welcome guys to Medicine Culture. Welcome to another beautiful topic which is electrocardiogram. So let's start. Electrocardiogram, as the name says, is a recording of the electrical activity of the heart. So how we are going to record the electrical activity of the heart? So William Einthoven in the year 1905, he recorded the electrical activity of the heart with the help of leads. So a lead is a electrode or a pair of electrode usually. Which records, it creates an imaginary line. So a lead is an electrode or a pair of electrode. It creates an imaginary line to the heart and records the potential difference. It captures the electrical activity of the heart. That's what William Einthoven he discovered. So I was talking about impulses. So before getting into all these stuffs, let's look at certain physiological things, physiological facts. So let's talk about impulses, how these impulses are traveling in the heart. Okay, let's take the impulse start. We all know that the impulse starts from SI node of the heart. So let's take this point as 0.01 second from where the impulse is going to start, from SI node. It travels through three bundles, that is Bachmann, Wenckebach and Thorax bundles, AMP bundles. It travels through these three bundles and it reaches AV node. So see the time difference that it takes from 0.01 second to 0.06 second. So it travels from SI node to AV node with the help of three bundles, Bachmann, Wenckebach and Thorax. So from AV node, you see there are two divisions from AV node, that is the left bundle and the right bundle. So after this impulse reaches this AV node, it travels to this left bundle and you see a huge time difference of 0.1 second. You see 0.06 second to 0.17 second. You see a huge time difference, right? So that's called as AV nodal delay due to least number of gap junctions in the AV node in the atrioventricular septum. Due to least number of gap junctions in the atrioventricular septum, this delay is happening. So from left bundle of AV atrioventricular septum, it travels to this right atrioventricular septum, and it spreads to this Purkinje fibers, through the bundle of His, the Purkinje fibers. It reaches the right ventricle and left ventricle. So you see the time when it reaches the right ventricle is 0.22 second, and the time it reaches the left ventricle is 0.23 second. Why there's some difference is because that the left ventricle has more number of cardiomyocytes, more number of Purkinje cells actually to say. So this is the general impulse travel of the heart. So once again a small recap, from SI node to AV node to left bundle, then to right bundle, then to the Purkinje cells. Yes. Basically, what we are going to see is that we are going to capture this activity. So we know this is a normal physiological thing that is happening in the heart. So we need to know how this, with the help of diagrams, we need to know that how this actual electrical activity is happening inside of heart. So let's get into the diagram of William Einthoven. So let's look at Einthoven's triangle right now. So what basically Einthoven did is that he took three bipolar leads. So before we saw the definition, right, of a lead. What is a lead? It's an electrode or a pair of electrode. Yes. What basically he did is that he placed three bipolar leads, one at the left arm, one at the right arm, one at the left foot, and he gave certain charges to these 3 points. So basically left arm, one is positive and one is negative, right arm both are negative, left foot both are positive. So what has basically happened is that on placing these three bipolar leads in this fashion, there is a potential difference that is created, and due to this potential difference that is created, there is a passage of current from one side of the lead to other side of the lead. So basically what has happened is that the lead 1, that we say three leads, right, the lead 1 travels from right arm to left arm. You see the direction of the lead from negative to positive, that is the direction of the lead, of the vector, from negative to positive. So this is lead 1. So this is lead 1. So from negative to positive, that is lead 1. So you see lead 2 now. Lead 2 is from right arm to left foot, negative to positive. So you see in this direction it moves. So this is lead 2. Lead 2. So lead 3, from negative of left arm to positive of left foot, that is lead 3. So he derived this equation based on Kirchhoff's law. So Kirchhoff's law is nothing but lead 1 plus lead 2 plus lead 3 is equal to 0. Now we have lead 2. This is the second position of the bipolar lead as negative. So both the ends are negative. So lead 2 is taken as negative. So applying that equation in the Kirchhoff's law, he derived this equation, that is lead 2 is equal to sum of lead 1 and lead 3. So if we find any one lead, you can derive other two leads. So that's basically Einthoven's equation. So lead 2 is equal to lead 1 and lead 3. So lead 1 and lead 3 is lead 2. So it's basically just, you see, for example, if I want to go from this place to this place, I can go directly, I can go from here to here and here to here. That's the normal and way of understanding Einthoven derived. So not only he derived these three bipolar leads, we know ECG is a 12 lead ECG. It's a 12 lead ECG. So we have discussed now three bipolar leads. Just remember this thing, it's very, very important. So now another three leads he placed. What he did is that he wanted to find the heart from as a 3D image. So imagine that I want to see the heart. Now we are seeing the heart from an imagine, like for example, I am seeing the heart from the window. These three portions, bipolar leads will give you a 2D image basically. So he wants to see the heart as a 3D aspect. So what he did is that he augmented certain point so that there is a positive energy that is created on the augmented point and there is a negative energy created on the opposite. So it's a little bit confusing, guys, but let's make it simple. So for example, augmentation, I'm augmenting the right arm. So right arm becomes positive. Right arm is my window now, and the other two arms is negative. So there is a better potential difference that is created, and there's a better image, better activity that is observed of the heart. Three unipolar augmented leads. That is, one is AVR, next is AVL, and another is AVF. So what basically this AVR, AVL and AVF, these three augmented leads, what basically are these three augmented leads is that these three leads are unipolar leads, and for example, let's take AVR. So augmentation, AVR, so is that augmented right? Yes. So you are augmenting the right side, right arm. So if you are augmenting this position, it means that this point becomes positive. It's unipolar. This point becomes positive and the other 2 points becomes negative. And if you are augmenting L, so if you are augmenting L becomes positive now and this 2 becomes negative. It means that there's a greater potential difference that is created and you can observe the activity, electrical activity in a much fine manner. So basically we can get a 3D image of the heart. That's what Einthoven's another discovery. So augmentation is that I am looking from right arm now. I am looking at the heart from right arm. So AVL is that I am looking the heart from left arm. So AVF is that I am looking the heart from down, from inferior. So we can view inferiorly also. So one is that you are looking the heart from the right side, you are looking the heart from left side, and you are looking the heart from below. So that's what augmentation is all about. It's like looking through a window. So we covered now 6 leads actually, 3 unipolar and 3 bipolar leads. So moving on to chest leads now. So let's look at chest leads right now. So chest leads is also unipolar leads. So what Einthoven need is that we actually looked bipolar leads and we got a 3D image also with augmented leads. But we didn't see the anterior aspect. He wants to look the heart from the anterior aspect. So basically in augmented leads we saw the heart from left side, from right to right side, then from inferior, from below. So but we didn't actually see the heart from above. So what he did is that he placed chest leads and he needs to see the heart from the anterior aspect also. So what basically chest leads and how it is placed, it's very, very important, and I think we need to be sure with our answers, and this should be our habit actually when we do a ECG. So we should not forget this important thing forever. Yes, it's 6 chest leads, 6 unipolar leads starting from V1 to V6. Everything are anterior leads. Let's go one by one. So V1, where actually V1 is placed, it's placed on the left sternal border on the 4th intercostal space. So on the 4th intercostal space, on the left sternal border, V1 is placed. Yes. Now V2, where V2 is placed is that V2 is placed on the right sternal border on the 4th intercostal space. Where basically V4 is placed is that V4 is placed on the 5th intercostal space near the apex beat actually. Yes. So between V2 and V4, is V3. So between V2 and V4, you are placing V3. And where V5 and V6 are placed is that V5 is placed on the anterior axillary line and V6 is placed on the mid axillary line. So this is what the connection of from V1 to V6. So yes, so we have covered 12 leads of ECG. So we saw bipolar leads, we saw augmented unipolar leads, and we saw chest leads also. So we saw the purpose of all these leads. So these are the 6 unipolar chest leads. So I have said before, V1 to V6 is the anterior leads. So, but V2 to V4 will be called as the septal. It covers the septal portion of the heart. V2 to V4 it covers the septal portion of the heart. And V5 and V6, yes, you guys know V5 and V6 will cover the lateral portion of the heart. So V2 to V4 will be septal, V5 to V6 is lateral. Okay, so what basically is inferior? So how we can direct inferior view of the heart? So I have already said AVF. We are looking the heart from below, so you can cover the inferior portion of the heart. So AVF is the inferior one. And there is also another thing. So basically, if you are talking about AVF means that, and even bipolar leads are also included. Lead number 2, lead number 3, and AVF will cover the inferior portion of the heart. So that's all about leads, 12 leads.